We both stay really fit. So whether it could be, Polo USA kind of inspiring us that legends stay together and play together, maybe you see us at Wimbledon next year.
We're not like training every day. So, the opportunity needs to present itself for us to start getting on the court and, getting those cobwebs out first. I didn't know much about that subject, so I let the experts do it. I used to design wear what he designed.
Okay. So you relied on him.
Matched a lot. That's why I guess people thought we were so similar.
Yeah.
Because we matched a lot. And I think that also helped us win because it showed a professionalism. We wore the same colors, we wore the same shirts, the same outfits, and kind of had a professional way to present ourselves on the court. I think Sanya was right, and I think that she was being humble in talking about 6 years. I think it's probably going to take a little more than 10 years to have a youngster come out and win. As we were talking about earlier, Hesh said that the number one 14-year-old in the world is Indian.
Yeah.
Just at Wimbledon, won the under-14s at Wimbledon. So if you look at another 4 years of juniors and then another 4 years of seniors, you're looking at about 8 to 10 years. If that kid stays hungry, stays happy, stays injury-free, you could have a world champion there.
Leander, Mahesh, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you.
I just want to know your association with this brand who's coming up with this campaign called the Legendary Campaign. And you being our tennis legends of India. So just how did you all plan to associate with this?
Well, it's such an easy, natural brand fit. I mean, legends together play together.
Yeah.
Legends together stay together. It's just such an easy brand fit for both Hesh and I. For me in particular, it's just wonderful to be part of the Polo family. And in that, because the clothes are so sporty, they've got sporty texture to it, they've got this whole, lycra kind of feel to it, so it fits different bodies, and at the same time it's really classy and chic. So I'm really proud to be a part of the Polo family.
Right. Mahesh?
Yeah, I think as Leander said, when we were talking to them, I think their brand values resonated with us. I think and the campaign made sense for them, and like Leander said, the clothes are awesome, so we're happy to be part of the team.
Right. Over the years, tennis has been fashion's favorite sport. I just want to know from you all this myth about the Wimbledon, the white clothes and the Wimbledon, and if you can just tell us what's the whole thing that you have to wear white on the court.
Well, I personally think it's fantastic because I'm a bit of a historian as far as sport goes. I think that it's great to have Wimbledon in all whites because it's called lawn tennis with collars and whites and so on and so forth. The traditional values of the All England Club continue.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's great to be at the US Open, and you can wear your cutoffs and your sleeveless, and Rafa Nadal can come up with his three-quarter shorts, and Andre Agassi can come out with his bandana and his different psychedelic denim shorts. So I think that tennis is such a fashion statement in itself.
Yeah.
I mean, the years of Serena Williams coming out with the cape and a set of high boots to the US Open was just wow. Or Roger Federer coming out with such a classy jacket at Wimbledon at the All England Club for the finals. Tennis is really cool. It's a cool sport.
Yeah. Mahesh, what are your views in terms of, how do you think that fashion with relates to tennis has evolved over the years? Right from, from the Jon Borg to, the Andre Agassi, like, his, that earrings or, those things that he used to wear, and then like Sir mentioned about, Nadal and all these new players that just almost they are also retiring now. But
yeah, I think it's interesting because when tennis players are playing matches, right, it's live globally to start with. It's seen in every country, and they're treated by their brands as literally moving billboards, right?
Sure.
So once the tennis player and the brand can collaborate on specific looks and stuff like that, I mean the world's your oyster. Like Leander mentioned, Serena's outfits, obviously a lot of time put in by her to kind of come up with that stuff with Nike. And I think tennis is one of the few sports out there that you able to make fashion statements and play serious sport as well.
Right. Were you all fashion conscious when you all were on the court?
Yes, I actually designed with Adidas for 10 years. So I learned fabrication and stitching and design and shoe materials and soles and things, and even helped in some of the cricket shoes that were built, which had grass coat pimples on the back of the sole, and the front sole had a herringbone metal spikes. So I think that sports equipment is so unique that even if you get a 1% edge on your shirt that has a Climacool or a Lycra or a wicker material that breathes easy, because we sweat so much, because tennis you're playing for 4 hours, 5 hours, and if that material on that shirt can absorb the sweat, but yet as you run, the breeze dries the sweat.
Sure.
So that shirt remains the same weight over 4 or 5 hours.
Sure.
That 1% is probably going to help you win a match.
Sure.
You know, so I think that for me, particularly designing my clothes, I had cut-off sleeves at Wimbledon. I had my own clothing company, League, for 4 years that I designed with. And sport is a great way to express yourself.
Yeah.
And even when one played in the Olympics, one designed one's own shirt out there, so it was great fun.
Yeah. Mahesh, did you design anything for yourself? Like, or you were just not very much?
Yeah, I didn't know much about that subject, so I let the experts do it. I used to design what he designed.
Okay. So you
We
relied on
actually
him.
matched a lot. That's why I guess people thought we were so similar.
Yeah.
You know, because we matched a lot. And I think that also helped us win because it showed a professionalism. We wore the same colors, we wore the same shirts, the same outfits, and kind of had a professional way to present ourselves on the court.
Right.
And I think that in an era in the 90s, when Indian sport was just becoming professional, that's a benchmark that we really wanted to set out.
Sure.
Is to prove that 1, we Indians are professional at what we do, 2, we can earn a living from sport, and 3, we can be world champions.
Sure.
And that's what I feel really proud having done with Ash.
Right. You know, talking about Indian tennis, where do you see the future going? Because, you know, recently Rohan Bopanna said that he doesn't even have a partner for the Olympics 2024. I mean, he doesn't know whether he's going to be able to even compete at the next Olympics. What do you think should be the case when it comes to the future of Indian tennis? How do you see this? How do you see that this sport can be developed with the upcoming talent or the young kids?
Any sport in any country can be developed, but you need to have a system behind it and you need to have backing behind it, right? I mean, cricket today, the depth of Indian cricket is by far 5 times better than any other country in the world because it is systematically funded from the top to grassroots level by the BCCI. If federations take that onus upon them, we have enough talent across sports in our country for us to constantly bring out world beaters. But till someone does that, you'll keep asking the question and I'll keep giving the answer.
I agree with that. I feel that cricket has a phenomenal way of getting its past champions, its current champions and its future champions all intermingled in the different leagues that we have. Also, when you look at BCCI, the amount of funding that BCCI funds into cricket in club level cricket.
Yeah.
In Kolaba itself, you've probably got about 2,000 clubs.
Right.
In Maharashtra, you've got about 200,000 clubs.
Right.
So I think that for me, I've always looked to learn from other sports, and I think that as much as some athletes can say cricket takes all the limelight, cricket takes all the TV time, cricket takes all the sponsors, I think it's great to learn from them. And if associations and governance of other sports can actually support their athletes and their young ones coming up, I think that's how champions are made. I really feel that 90% of our talent in India, across any walk of life, is still untapped.
Right.
Why? Because they're in rural areas. They cannot come out to the Bombays, the Delhis, the Calcuttas, Chennais, Hyderabad, where all the academies are, where all the talent is nurtured.
Right.
I think that really to build great champions, you've got to go out into the rural areas, into tier 2, tier 3 cities and nurture talent there. Because also those kids are hungrier.
Yeah.
Kids in Bombay and Delhi and Calcutta and Hyderabad, they have, these smart gadgets and their iPads and their iPhones and all their different apps and air conditions and maybe, I'm not generalizing, but maybe the kids out in the rural areas also are hungry to find a vehicle to better their lives.
Sure.
Yeah.
But don't you think we are a little bit in a sad state when a person like a winner like Rohan Bopanna comes and says that he's not very sure he's going to play the next Olympics? Or probably, even Sania Mirza, when she retired, when she spoke to the reporters, she said it will take around 6 to 8 years to have someone again on the international arena. I think that's what
I think Sania was right, and I think that she was being humble in talking about 6 years. I think it's probably going to take a little more than 10 years to have a youngster come out and win. As we were talking about earlier, Hesh said that the number one 14-year-old in the world is Indian.
Yeah.
Just at Wimbledon, won the under-14s at Wimbledon. So if you look at another 4 years of juniors and then another 4 years of seniors, you're looking at about 8 to 10 years. If that kid stays hungry, stays happy, stays injury-free, you could have a world champion there.
Right.
And I think it'll probably take about 8 years to 10 years or so.
Right. Mahesh, what are your views?
I mean, we're on cut out of the same cloth, man. It's going to be the same answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Lastly, I'd like to ask, we've seen you both, playing and winning and just making the nation proud. Can we see you both on the court again, probably playing the legends, at the Wimbledon?
Yeah, we both stay really fit. So whether it could be, Polo USA kind of inspiring us that legends stay together and play together. Maybe you see us at Wimbledon next year.
Okay.
Maybe in the legends and we play. I haven't played in a few months, so I think my volley's a bit rusty. So I think a little practice and it'll be all fine.
Right.
But it'll be fun to get on the court again with Hesh. It'll be good fun.
Right. Hesh, if you would say something about partnering again with Leander.
Well, if the realistic opportunity presents itself, why not? But like he said, we're not like training every day. So, the opportunity needs to present itself for us to start getting on the court and, getting those cobwebs out first.
Right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having a conversation with both of you. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, this is Leander Paes.
This is Mahesh Bhupathi.
And you're watching CNN News 18.